My name is Mundir Khalid. I am from Dallas, Texas. I've been in the U.S. for 44 years. That means that I've been in this country more than any other place in the world. I came to this country when I was 17. I got married. I have 4 children, 3 boys and a girl. The oldest is 36. The youngest is 30. And I have so, would like to know you, what's your background, where are you at in school, what are you studying, what you want to do in your life, something like that.
My name is Yusuf. I'm sophomore high school right now. So yeah, like just know all the high school classes. I'm still in Muslim.
So your parents are from Egypt?
Yeah, my dad from Egypt. My mom's from Sweden.
From?
Sweden.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here. What's from Syria? From Damascus? From
Yeah.
Halab?
From Damascus.
Damascus?
Yeah. And yeah. What else was
What do you want to study?
I'm not really sure yet, but like I think I'll be leaning towards medicine.
Okay. What do you like? Do you like biology? Do you like chemistry? Do you like to? What do you like to? What kind of toys do you like to play with? I mean adult toys, not the kids' toys.
Yeah, I'm still.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean I like learning about like medicine, engineering, but I'm just like undecided.
You like math?
I know.
My type. I like math. I'm an engineer. Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. That's good. What was the comment? What is it? Okay, very good. Very good. How many siblings do you have?
I have two.
2? You got 3.
I have three, but one of them is a half sibling, so
That's
I
right.
guess, yeah.
That's good. Anything else you wanna like? Are you gonna like? You think are you gonna go out for college?
I hope to go out.
Oh, why you have to?
I don't know.
You know your community here. Why you wanna go out for? No man, look. I mean, I told my kids, man, don't leave the community.
Yeah.
If you can do it here, if you can like go to school here. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, because you know the community knows you.
Yeah.
You don't have to start from zero. You know, you're gonna have a lot of help from the community, unless you hate your community. Anyway, that's why I don't want the microphone. So I can say whatever I want.
My name is Yaman. I go to the same high school.
Your name is
Yaman.
Yaman.
I
Okay.
go to the same high school today. Next to Fresno State. I'm a sophomore and my parents are from Syria. But I was born
So
here.
more high school or college?
For
College. I mean, high school. High school. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, sophomore high school.
Okay. So you have to
What I like
study.
I'm not sure yet either. But
Not
I do
yet.
like math. Somewhere around math and stuff.
I mean, what?
I'm not
You know,
sure.
what's the deal? I don't know what I want to study. What do you like? What do you like? What do you like? What do you like to? What do you like to be like? Do you like something that you're doing right now?
Yeah,
For
like,
example, like you want to continue doing, or you just
something in math and science, like engineering as well.
engineering maybe?
Probably, yeah.
I hope not everybody, all of you guys are doing engineering tonight. Okay. You done? You like to study here or you going out?
Probably out.
Why?
I know I'll come back. I'm one of them.
إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Away from your parents, huh?
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Ali.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Barakallah feek.
I'm a junior.
Your name is?
Ali.
Ali.
Yeah.
All right.
Junior in high school from Yemen,
Mhm.
and I want to study medical field, somewhere in the medical field. I'm not sure yet, but medical field maybe.
Okay. You're not sure yet. You're not sure yet. All right.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is
Salam.
Sami.
Your name is?
Sami.
So you say salam alaikum, you have to wait for them to say alaikum salam. Don't say salam alaikum, my name is.
I know, but they weren't
You have to,
responsive.
no, you have to give that space for alaikum salam.
Go
Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alright, my name is Sami. So I'm a senior right now. I
Alright.
go to high school.
Mhm.
and we were talking about what we want to study. Inshallah, I want to be a lawyer.
Allah. What kind of lawyer?
Probably criminal or something like
Criminal.
that.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah.
Very good. No, seriously, because I've seen lawyers, Muslim lawyers, they go, contracts, international.
Yeah.
Nobody comes like, immigration, criminals.
Yeah.
They say, no, that's too tough for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and we need more representation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And yeah.
Very good. So, okay, so you want to stay here or?
Oh, for college, yeah,
See,
probably in
I
California.
don't know about law, man. I don't know. It's very kind of tough to find a school.
That's
I mean,
true.
maybe in
But
your
there's a
local
lot of
area.
good schools here in California.
Really?
Yeah, so especially with like you have Berkeley, you have
Okay.
a lot of Davis. They have good law programs. But yeah, inshallah, just stay here in California and just see whatever opportunity comes my way. I have to be ready to take.
Okay. So that's a good question. I mean, that's something that you mentioned. So when you say out, does it mean like out of the state or out of city?
Yeah, out of city.
Yeah, definitely out of city.
Out of city? Out of
So not Fresno State.
It
Out of
could be-
state?
it could go.
Have you been out of the state?
Yeah.
Out of state, yeah.
Yeah. Where? Like how far did you go?
Like travel or?
How far did you go? Yeah, travel within the U.S. How far? The farthest point?
Oh, probably New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Probably.
Well, it's called New Jersey, not New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah. If you have New Jersey, you don't pronounce the R.
Oh,
Go ahead.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
good accent.
There you go. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
My name is Hadi.
Hadi. MashaAllah. Okay. The four clowns here. You guys keep talking. Okay, go ahead.
I'm a sophomore.
Hmm.
I'm a sophomore. Inshallah, I want to become probably a
Did you
pharmacist.
hear what's his name?
Hadi.
Hadi. Okay, very good.
Yeah, inshallah, I want to become a pharmacist.
Pharmacist. I like math.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Amir.
Amir.
Yeah, I'm a freshman from Buchanan. I don't know what I want for my career in the
Okay.
future. But I probably want to go like outside of the state for college, and I want to play like the sports there in college.
Right. Sport. Very good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Salaj, and I am a junior at Buchanan High School.
Hmm.
And for my career, I want to get into 2D animation.
What is that?
2D animation.
Oh, animation. That's like Hollywood?
Sure.
I don't know. What kind of animation are you talking about?
Like maybe like a self-animator, like content creation on YouTube or something like that.
Okay. I know they have good schools in Los Angeles area, probably. I'm not sure here, but. Okay, very good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, are you gonna go out or are you gonna stay?
Oh, that.
Huh?
I was thinking maybe going to Clovis Community College. And
Yeah. By the way, this is a good thing that you mentioned, because the tuition are extremely expensive nowadays. So really, you save yourself, your family maybe, time, unless you have like a what do you call it, a scholarship. Hope you gotta have a scholarship. If you don't go to college, finish all this, history 1, history 2, government 1, government 2, English 1, English 2, English 3, sociology, whatever it is, economics, finish all of that in college. And they go to the core classes in universities. That's my opinion. Because you're gonna save a lot of money. Thousands of dollars. I'm not sure, how much is the state here? How much is the tuition in the state, like the university, state universities? I mean, you guys are not there yet, huh? In Dallas, it's about 4,000 semester. So it's 11,000, 12,000 a year, actually, for 2 semesters. Okay? And probably here it's more, I think. College now is 3,000. Okay. I'm sorry? So who's next? Yep.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Saeed. I think y'all forgot about the background thing, but I'm American. This guy's brother.
and I am a freshman at Buchanan High School, just like him and him.
When you say you're American, what does that mean?
What does that? So what does that mean? We're
We're
mixed.
all Americans.
We're like part white, part black. Like half white, half black. My mother is black, my father is white, and their parents come from America, and their parents come from America.
Right.
And my dad is a convert, and my mother's grandparents are both converts.
Mm-hmm.
For my
okay, go ahead, finish.
for my career, I like writing, and I may like write books and things.
All right.
And
Do you like novels or like what kind of books?
probably because I like writing a lot. Like I can't write like a 5-page thing that, like that has plot, because like I just want to write so much more.
Like what?
And,
what did you write?
What I write, just like if you know like a journal prompt, then I'm gonna write like 12 pages instead of
Okay.
5.
You have a blog?
No, I don't.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. I haven't thought about
You
it.
should have a blog. Everybody has a blog. You start with a blog actually, and after that you translate that to a book. That's how people do. The writers do that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blog is going to start with that.
I may or may not study outside of California, but I'll probably stay in California. That is, if I'm still in California by the time I graduate.
Okay.
And
If California still exists.
no, unless I move.
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Good. Very good. Jazakallah. You know what I tell the brothers, especially like the reverts, and because I have like subhanAllah, a very good good relationship with a lot of them actually, because I do classes for them on the weekend. So I tell them, look, we all Americans. If you guys are like more Americans here because you were born here and all that, your ship came about 150 years before us, but we came in the airplane. So at the end of the day, okay, we're all immigrants. We came from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mustafa, and I go to Clovis North. I'm a sophomore, and I'm Egyptian. And my career that I want to be is I'm looking into software engineering, and I probably want to stay in state in California.
My name is Abdullah. I'm a junior at Clovis North of Puerto Rico.
That's why. Four of us. Yeah.
That's
because sitting next to you, huh? I should spread you around then. Should not sit next to
honestly,
us.
it's a coincidence.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to pursue civil engineering, and I'm most likely going to go to Fresno State right now. Across the street.
Oh, okay. All right.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Hussam Ramadan. I'm 14 years old. I'm a
What's your
freshman.
relationship to Sheikh Sayyid?
I am the son.
SubhanAllah. Same last name, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
I go to Clovis North High School. I'm a freshman there. I'm Egyptian, and inshallah for my career, I want to be.
Were you born in the state here?
I was born here.
Okay. So you're American, actually. Your father is
Yeah, ethnicity is
That's
Egyptian.
Okay.
So inshallah for my bachelor's, it'll be in either political science or philosophy, something like that. And then at UC Berkeley, and inshallah, I'll get my Juris Doctor to become a lawyer from Columbia University.
Very good.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusuf Jibril. I go to Clovis North. I'm a junior. I plan to enter some type of engineer, probably civil geomatics engineering, and go across the street from Cologne.
Going across the street, huh?
All four of us, yeah.
Yeah, the masjid. Well, this is a very, extremely good idea. Is not to be far away. If you want to go away, it's your choice. But I found my my sanctuary is the masjid. Actually, when I first came to the state here, because I always like to be near the masjid. So if you can find something near the masjid, wherever you're going, that's the best thing you want to do. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, he said, إِنَّمَا تَأْكُلُ الذِّئْبُ مِنَ الْغَنَمِ الْقَاسِيَةِ. He said, the wolf, you know how vicious is the wolf, right? And he can just attack all the sheep, the flock of sheep. He doesn't care, right? But does he attack? No. When they're together, he's scared. The wolf is scared. The minute one sheep starts going astray, thinking that, oh, I'm smart, you know, there's more grass in here, more greenish. What happened? Exactly. They eat it. They eat it. So, subhanAllah, that's why it's always good to be in the Jama'at, it's good to be with the community. In spite of sometimes we have some difficulty with dealing with the community in a way, with the young mind and the old mind. You know what I'm talking about, right? Come on, we can say something. That's okay. These people are not listening to us. We don't have a microphone with us. It's like, I want you to exchange with this guy here. Where are you sitting? Oh, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Come on, switch. I want you to switch with that guy here. I want you to switch with this guy. Are you guys friends?
No.
Good. Yeah, I want you to hate each other. That's good. We don't want you guys to talk to each other. All right, mashallah. Jazakumullah khair. Barakallah fi. This is an excellent introduction. Anyone would like to add something? Like maybe a comment about the khutbah yesterday. I don't know, some of you maybe have attended my session with the parents, or anybody here would like to just share something with us before we start. Anything comes to your mind. Like, I wanna, whatever. I like to go skiing, something like that. We didn't ask about hobbies, by the way, but it's okay. I don't know. Everybody likes skiing?
No.
Everybody, likes, no? You guys have a mountain of snow here. Right. Anybody likes swimming?
Yeah.
You guys know how to swim? Anybody who knows to swim? Yeah, swim. No? Okay, biking? Basketball? Volleyball? All right, very good. Baseball? Absolutely.
I'm the only baseball nerd here.
Baseball?
Yes.
Okay. Volleyball? Cricket?
I have a cricket.
We don't have any, huh?
I have a cricket.
We don't have
I've
any.
never played it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think probably it depends of your background, because most of the only in South Asia and like Australia, Venezuela,
And
I don't know if Africa they have.
in the UK.
Yeah, of course, yeah, in Europe, yeah, like UK, Ireland, or something like that. They do that. You need to, forget about that. That's it here. Inshallah. All right. Someone can get me some water, please, if you don't mind. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, take one and pass. Take one and pass. All right. Jazakallah khair. I don't think this will stand here, right? If I put it open, will not fall. You think it dry? I'll close it. What happened yesterday? Okay. Yeah. Very good. Now I don't know what the sisters are doing. Sheikh Ramadan can help us. I asked him to open the door so they can come to us and participate.
The sisters are already having their own discussion.
They have their own?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Very good. We're fine with that. All right. You done? So you got a pen and you guys, these pens, I want them back when you are done. Don't throw them away. Don't chew on them. Okay, you chew on them, you take it. Yeah, I'll collect $2 from you. Don't care. Don't care. Don't start chewing on it. I'm serious about that. Okay, so, COVID-19, I don't want your saliva on it. You're infected. All right. We're going to play a little game. The The game is called, and don't look at others, papers. Keep your eyes to your paper. I want you guys, listen carefully, to write 6 things that you cannot live without. Again, I want you to write 6 things that you cannot live without. Meaning, you cannot. Your life has no meaning without it. You don't maybe exist. You not even exist. But these 6 things are not there, or some of these 6 things. Your life has no meaning at all. How should I explain more than that?
Is it like philosophical, or is it like food, water?
No philosophical.
Yeah, I want no.
Or is it more like family?
No philosophical. No, nothing philosophical. No, not philosophy here.
Like
this is like real thing. You write. You say, for
family.
example, water. I cannot live without water, right? But I don't want to write food or water or fridge or freezer or none of that. Okay? I don't want any. Wait. Don't start writing. Right? So, 6 things that you cannot live without. Your life is meaningless, is worthless, doesn't have any value whatsoever. Is that clear? I think like clear, it's very clear, like diamond. I think it's clear. Huh?
You can't say water?
Sorry?
You can't say water or anything like that?
No water, no food, no drink, because these are obvious. Okay, these are very obvious. Water, drink, candy, anything that you put your mouth. We don't want to write it down. Don't write it down. Okay, don't write it down. Okay, no ears, no eyes, none of that. Just, Okay, is that clear? Go ahead, please. Start writing. 6 things. If you have 7, that's fine. If you have 8, that's fine. The more the merrier. If you can't do that. Anybody wants to participate from the adults? No? You're good? You're good? Okay. I bet you don't know. Believe me, I tried that with the adults. Goodness. It was a disaster. So don't feel bad, okay? Don't feel bad. We're all learning here. You have to understand this process of learning. We don't feel shy because we are all learning. I have learned this. You're going to learn it from me. You're going to teach it somebody else one day. Believe me, it's a continuous process. Knowledge is a continuous process. It's not just, doesn't stop at one person. Okay? Everybody with knowledge has someone knowledgeable than him. Yes?
Can you give us an example? Because I can't think of anything.
Well, I cannot give you an example, otherwise I'm going to give it away. Okay? Let me see. If I give any of the examples, again, 6 things. No, don't be philosophical about it. There's no philosophy. There are actually real things in your life. If you do not have these things, okay, your life is worthless. Your life has no meaning, has no value whatsoever. If these things does not exist in your life, you have no life. Okay? Try your best. Just try your best. Just try it. Again, at the end of the day, so you need to write 6 things that you cannot live without. Your life is meaningless without. Your life has no value whatsoever. And think before you write. Maybe you can take, cross it and write another one, that's fine. Maybe you can write 7 things. Someone will say, you know what, air, I have to breathe air. And I hope you don't write that. Because that's given. See, air is giving, food is giving, water is giving. These things, these are essential for not to be dead. All right? Not to be dead. Now, when I say meaningless and no value, whatsoever, yeah, I mean, I cannot explain it more than that. I cannot explain it more than that. Okay? I cannot explain it more than that. Think about the things that if you don't have, your life is meaningless, has no value. Think, what are things in your life that if you don't have it, your life is worthless, your life is no value, your life is, I don't know. Maybe you don't even exist if you don't have these things. I mean, I'm giving a little bit of hints, just a little bit. Okay? Let me know when you're done. It shouldn't take you that long, but that's okay. I mean, I want to give you time, because we have time, so. If you're done, just, keep your paper to yourself. If you're done, keep it to yourself. Okay? Think about 6 things. Now, someone will tell me, you know what, I have only 3 things. Those 3 things are perfect for me. Someone will say, you know what, I have 10 things. Someone will say, you know what, I have 1 thing. That's good. I'm good with that. Everybody is different, right? I mean, when I did this like a couple of times, some people had 4 things or 5 things. Some people have 10 things. And we discussed that. Again, we are all, again, I want to repeat this again, because people don't like to be like wrong, or, oh my God, don't do that. We're all learning. I've learned. You're going to learn. You're going to teach somebody else. Someone's going to learn. We're all learning here, okay? So don't feel like, oh my goodness, all my answers are wrong. What's wrong? I didn't understand that, that stupid teacher, he doesn't know how to speak English. Yeah, I've heard that before.
As-salamu.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Alrighty. Grab your chair. It's not open right here. Yes, sir.
Would an invention or a discovery be allowed? Like a discovery?
No, something exists. Nothing in the future. Something
like something that was invented by someone like that, or like a discovery.
If it's
Write
important to you.
Write it down. There's nothing in the future. Look, there is nothing in the future.
That means I'm supposed to.
It is something, right? Yeah. Yeah, you need to write down 6 things that your life is meaningless, worthless, have no value. 6 things, or maybe less. Okay. 6 things. Your life is worthless without. Your life has no meaning without. Your life is miserable without. Your life is.
I put a friend in my life.
You may not have even life. The most important things in your life, the most priorities in your life. Should I mean, I'm like giving out the answers here. Okay?
I got my 6.
If you're done, just flip it, so I know that you're done. So at least so I don't bring any more sticks. The Fago de Chao. Anybody have been to the Fago de Chao? Any of these like steak places? Yeah. They give you a circle piece of curtain. And one side is red and one side is green. If you keep it green, they keep bringing you the meat.
Yeah.
If you flip it red, they stop coming at your table. Huh?
Always gonna be green.
Oh, we get green? Are you sure? Okay. I'm gonna hold it in my hand. Okay. Let me see. Are you done? Are you done? Okay. You're done. 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 You're done.
high school.
Look, if nothing come to your mind, it's okay. That's fine. You know, say, you know what? I had a bad day today. I cannot participate. I'm good. That's fine. Okay, fine. But I hope not all of you have a bad day. All right. So, okay. Fine. Okay. Now, so we don't know because you don't have your names on it, right? Anybody wrote his name on it? Okay, very good. Are you guys done?
Yes.
Are you done? Anybody not done yet? Anyone's not done yet? Okay. You're done? Good? Good. Okay. So were you done? Come on, you guys. It should be like faster than this. Come on. You're done?
Yeah.
Everybody done? Okay. I want you to give your paper to the person next to you without flipping it. Don't look at it. Just pass yours.
This way, this way?
Yes, this way. So pass it to you, then pass it, and make sure that you stop once. That's it. You don't keep passing it. Okay? So did you pass? Did you give it to us? Yes. Did you give it to her? So where did it stop? Stop here, right? You didn't give it to her. Did you give it to her? What about yours? What about yours? So everybody has different paper, right? Very good. Now, where can I do that now? All right. Go ahead and flip it. Look at it. Now, don't say, oh God, my answer's all wrong. Oh my goodness. Can I have my paper back? I'm going to write. Don't do that. Okay? Don't say, goodness, what's wrong with this guy? Okay? Please, no comments. Please, no comments and no gestures, nothing. Okay? Respect one another because everybody thought of something, right? Now, let me ask this. How many of you see in that piece of paper? I need somebody to record that for me. Someone can record that for me. I want somebody to write that. Okay. Any paper, it says on it, Allah. Any paper that says Allah on it. Allah. Anyone. Any paper.
Maybe like a
Yours has Allah?
Yeah.
Has Allah? Okay, write one in the back.
Hey, can
Can
it
it
be
be
like,
like
can
Deen
it
or
say like
Islam?
Islam or like just religion?
Deen or Islam?
I have to put on. I just meant that. That's a
I'm coming to that. Okay. I'm coming to that. Believe me, I'm coming to that. If you don't see the word Allah, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, okay? If you don't see the word Allah, right? So we have one, right?
Yeah. And
Only one.
Also,
Did you see Allah in it?
yes.
Okay. How many? Okay, again, let me ask a question. How many of you have seen Allah in the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Okay. So we have 4. See here. 4 out of how many? How many of you? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I got
13,
14.
14, 15. 15? 14. We have 14 out of 14. Very good. Okay. Second question. How many of you can see the word prophets or Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam or Muhammad, prophets, messengers of Allah, any of that? Caliber. Anyone of you have seen the word Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam?
Does Quran count?
No. It's very clear. English. It's English. Okay? Prophet Muhammad, prophets, messengers. Okay? Those who brought the message to us. Do you have that? If you have that, raise your hand. So I would say 0 out of 14, right? Is that correct? Everyone agree? That's good. That's okay. That's okay. Look. Please. Again, you are all here learning. Right. Number 3. Anyone wrote parents, father, mother, family. And these are we have. Show me hands. How many we have? Okay, so how many we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All of you? Well, come on. How many of you? Almost. How many? We're missing what? We're missing? TV. See again. Look, when you don't raise your hand, it doesn't mean that's your paper, right? So that's nice, right? That's very good. Actually, in a way. So how many we have family? Can someone help me out? How many?
Everybody except people.
That's okay. Give me a number.
12.
Yeah, 12.
12. Okay. So 12 out of 14.
Hey, make that 13.
That's family. Okay, 13. 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So 13, we have 14. That's Allah, and that's Muhammad, and then my family. Okay.
Did you add another one?
Sorry?
Did you add another one on the paper?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, write down if you want. Yeah, write down. Yes. Write down. How many of you you see the word Quran, Islam, Iman, believe?
What about
Raise your
religion?
hand.
Religion.
Religion. Okay. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we have more numbers now, right? It's not 14 anymore. So now we have 17.
It's like, what if we said like prayer? Like,
Prayers. Okay.
prayer, dua.
Prayer and dua is fine. I'll take that. Okay.
So add an extra one.
That's fine. So how many total we have? Out of 17.
I think
Help me out.
14.
So 14 out of 17. Very good. All right. Okay. All right. How many of you had media, internet, computer, games? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. How many we have? How many wrote anything to do with media, movies, TV, any of that? None of that? In your paper? Nothing? Allahu Akbar. Okay, so how many we have total? We have total? How many we have? Total. Give me a total. Come and help me out.
2,
Help me out.
4, 5, 6,
Come on,
7,
step
8,
like
9, 10, 11.
11?
Where did you get 13?
11?
Yeah.
We have 11?
He doesn't have it. I don't have it. He doesn't have it.
11 out of 17?
Yeah.
So that's not media, right? Okay. How many of you can see the word like food, drink? Anybody wrote food, drink, snacks, gums,
I think you emphasized.
chocolate,
I think you emphasized.
cake? Anyone? Wrote any of none of that?
No.
You said this, does that count?
What?
This?
This? Or this mean like you're earning?
Yeah.
No, that's not.
No, like bounty or like sustenance.
No,
He
no,
said rice.
that's not.
It's okay, I mean, like, is it okay if you said like the bread or something?
Bread?
Brand
Yes.
or food or-
Bread is food, yes.
Not like a brand,
Oh, brand, like what?
like Doritos or Cheetos.
That's food. Of course. My God. Yeah, okay. So that's one, right? It's one. It's 1 out of 17, that's food. Okay, food. All right. Quick. Come on. So, okay, 6 o'clock now. So how many of you see sports? Sports. How many sports you have? How many sports we have? Sports. Can someone help me out with the count, please? 3 sports.
4.
4 out of 17 sports.
Killing passport.
Okay. How many about games? Computer games.
That's like media, right?
Okay, same thing, right? Okay. How many of you wrote, how many we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 here, right? Look at your paper and see someone wrote more than 6. More than 6. Oh, yes.
More than 6?
Yes. More than 6?
Yes.
Okay, what's one that we did not mention? Just say one.
Masjid and communities?
Masjid and community. That's a good point, actually. Masjid and community. Masjid Jama'ah one, right?
Yes.
So that's one out of, how many of you have wrote like Jama'ah,
What about
Masjid? Okay, listen. Masjid, community, Jama'ah, activities,
social life?
social, okay, social, huh? Social interaction, how many? Huh?
Relationship beyond that? Relationship?
Relationship? Well, it depends what kind of relationship you're talking about. I'm talking about, especially about.
He's in the multiverse.
No. Okay, sure. So relationship that, when we talk about community, masjid, activities, things like that. Friends fine. How many we have? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, all right, 4, okay, 4. 5. So 5 out of 17, that's.
No, 6.
7. That's community, right? Community, okay, very good. All right, I think we're done. Okay?
What about money?
How many people have money? How many have money? Treasure, money, gold, silver, material, any material, clothes, anyone? Huh? Okay, fair enough. I think you guys, you got my point now. Where did you come from with it? You sneaked in, huh? An insert.
He's a philosopher.
An insert. Very good. Right. Right. Now, let's be a little bit serious about it. A little bit serious. Who, okay, let me ask you another question. Did you guys, when you saw all these answers, do you understand what we're looking for? What am I looking for? Or you still like, nah, I'm really, did not get it. I mean, that's why I made all my, I did not get all the answers right because your question was stupid, or your question is not good. Your question, what kind of question is that? Or you guys got some idea about, right? I think you did, because I saw the answers. Now, who created us? Who sustained us? Who gave الصلاة الساعة 7 right? 7 o'clock?
صلاة الساعة 7.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
So again, who created us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who sustained us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who created our parents, our community, our families? Who the one who gave everything on this earth for us. Gave us the sun, gave us the moon, gave us the mountain, gave us everything, food, everything that you see around you is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, we have 4 out of 17 that remember that. Now people say, "Ya akhi, I said salah." Okay, so salah counts, I'm a Muslim. Why I'm being like specific about this? Because who introduced salah to you? Who introduced, well, your parents. Who introduced salah to your parents? Who? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So without the Prophet sallallahu, you could not learn the salah. Are you here? Are you home? Yeah. Very good. So, and without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do you think there would be prophets? No. No. Because, no? And that's why we say, when you talk about the salah, you're talking about a branch. You're talking about the original. The one who did all of that for you. He did the Prophet ﷺ, he did the Quran, he did your parents, he did the food, he did everything else for you. So, number one, where the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they came, they say what? The same message from Adam alayhi salam till the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا. First, number one is to worship Allah and not to take partners with Him. So, number one, when you wake up in the morning, in your list of working, what you're going to do today, you write the word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one. What does that mean? It means, does it mean that you stay in the masjid 24/7? No, because you have work, you have school, you have to do, right? You have to attend to things, you have to go to whatever, right? So it means that in everything you do is connected with who? With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everything you want to do, you say, how is this related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Well, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a businessman, I'm a student. How does this have to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Well, your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you say, this is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm doing this study for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you what? Will give you success in your life. You don't say, well, it's me. I'm the one who studied, I'm the one who, did all of that. Well, who gave you brain? Who gave you mind? Who gave you thinking? Who gave you all of these things that make you what you are today? Without Him, you don't even exist. You're zero. You're nothing. Isn't that right? So that's why we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is number one in our life. When we put that, we put number one right there all the time. When we think about anything we do, that's why the Prophet ﷺ, in the first hadith that was in the Al-Bukhari and Muslim, all the 6 books and the other 6 books. He put what? The first hadith, the hadith of the intention. Maybe some of you know it. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّةِ. Right? All works that you do, it depends on your intention. So what is your intention? The second thing is, when you try to do something bad, which we all do, we're not perfect, okay? You always think, how is this related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He says, subhanAllah, it's not related to Allah. And Allah is watching me, how can I do that? Okay? But again, we make mistakes. But the best of those who make mistakes, those who are, the one who are repentant. Repentant. One who repent all the time. Okay? You got the idea? You got the point? Don't go to sleep, man. Don't sleep. You're too warm in here. You have to be cold, so you will not sleep. Alright? Right. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was, how many people wrote Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? 0. What do you think? Who brought this knowledge to us today? Who taught us the Quran? Who taught us the Hadith? Who taught us in every aspect of our life how to do, how to say things? Who? It was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why are we without the prophets of Allah? Why are we without Nuh alayhi salam, or without Musa alayhi salam, without Ibrahim alayhi salam? When we read their stories in the Quran, You know? So number two that comes after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are the prophets. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. Because they are the ones who delivered the message to us today. Today we are enjoying our prayers because of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We are enjoying our fasting, we are enjoying our dhikr Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reading the Quran. Who brought the Quran to us? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When you have zero. Now again, we say, yeah, we wrote Iman. We wrote Iman. Rasulullah brought us the Iman. That's fine. Again, we're learning, right? But for me, number two in the list is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's no doubt about that. Okay? Because he comes after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah has always mentioned that. Okay? Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Because of him, we are where we are today. And imagine, subhanAllah, when I see ourselves here praying in the masjid or being together like this, I said, look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have blessed us with someone like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that gave us and taught us all these things. I think we got the idea. So when you wake up in the morning, you write number one is what? Allah. And number two is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number three, someone wrote Islam, 14 of you wrote Islam. I'm so proud of you. Wallahi, subhanAllah, I'm so proud of you. You know, because I think you got the idea. You got the idea. What are we without Islam? We'll be like worshipping a tree, worshipping an idol, worshipping another human being, like other khans, worshipping, I don't know. The list goes on and on and on and on, right? In India, they say how many gods they have, like 3,000 or 300,000 or something like that. You know, they worship. Every group has like a god to worship. You know, a guy with 6 hands and a guy with an elephant trunk, and the list goes on and on and on. You know, Allah guides them. But Islam, that's number 3. You have to be in your list. The deen, actually, not only Islam, the deen, okay? The deen, the Quran, the Iman, the sincerity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of these things that, you know, remember, what are the articles of Iman? What are the 6 articles of Iman?
Allah, the prophets.
Even in Allah and the Prophet ﷺ, and
angels,
the books,
the books. So the books is there, right? Why didn't say about angels? Because angels are part of the heaven, right? And we all believe, alhamdulillah, that about about the unseen, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about the angels, about anything else that we believe. Okay? Number 4, after that comes actually family. And I see like 13, actually before you guys came, about 17. We're like about 13 out of 14. How good are you today without your family? Who raised you to be what you are today? Look, we have our differences sometimes with our parents. So like, man, my dad doesn't understand it. My mom, you know, my mom is in a different world. I understand. They don't understand what I'm saying. They don't understand me, you know, different cultures, you know. I don't know how many times we went to our room and slammed the door. Nobody? Never slammed the door? But you gonna get it? Because you didn't get it, huh? Okay. But how many times do you wish you can slam that door? Never. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. طيب كويس. Okay, astaghfirullah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But again, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He said what? وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have decreed in the book, in His book, to worship Him and don't take partners with Him, and to be good to to your parents. You know how you cannot even say that. You cannot even say that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that particularly in the Quran. He said, even that the small thing is you say, oof. You cannot even say that. Imagine something bigger than that. And I was in one of the conventions, and after we finished the program, we said, let's go and have some coffee or something like that. And we went to a coffee shop, and all these young ones sitting, youth, sitting together. Guess doing what? What?
Was it in LA?
No. Guess what they were doing? They were making fun of their parents. How okay, Mr. Perfect. Okay. But they were, yes. Of course, yeah. You never made fun of how your dad talks and your mom talks, huh? Never. Yeah, she is like, she talks like,
Only to her.
Let me tell you something. Remember those angels, right? They write what you say. Even your mom is not listening, your dad is not listening. But these kids, wallahi, I wanted to get up there and start keep slapping them. Because of like, oh, my dad talks like that. My mom talks like that. And they were like laughing loud, making fun of their parents, laughing at their parents. Those are the ones who work day and night to make you what you are today, make them what they are today, wearing the beautiful clothes, beautiful earrings, or beautiful shoes, expensive shoes, and all that stuff, and they make fun of their parents. Again, I cannot go on. I cannot say enough. And I said that in my khutbah, right? Every time I mention that in my khutbah, I cry. I say, I wish my mom and my dad are still alive. I would have kissed their feet, not only their hands, if they are alive today. But guess what? Parents will not stay around forever. If someone died like the Prophet ﷺ, guess what? They're all going to die. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتُونَ. You are dying, and everybody will die. Even Jibreel will die one day. Even Israfil, even the angel of death will taste the death himself. So no one will be spared except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So think about that. Anytime you come from school and your dad says something, you say, not now, Dad. Yeah, I know. I've heard from my kids that. Absolutely. My wife said to me, did you know what Abdul Rahman said the other day? What did he say? He didn't say anything wrong, but he was like, tired from school, he was in the band, and blah, 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 this and that. I said, okay, no problem. Did I say enough, or should I continue about family? I think I said enough. I think we get it. Understood. You got it. Okay. So you said Islam is 14 out of 17. MashaAllah, that's good. Because we talked about that. How good are we without Islam, without Iman, without Deen? To be like, okay. We have 11 out of 17 media. Now, media could be movies, could be games, could be anything. Huh? Could be what? Whatever. Look, I know if it is not some of you, maybe, if not all of you, maybe some of you, maybe most of you, play games. You have either a PlayStation, or you have your cell phone, have some, incredible, things that you download and that your dad paid for it, $11 or something like that, I don't know what is the latest bloodiest one,
Fortnite.
Besides what is it? Besides, I always mention that Call of Duty. They say, you're old. That's an old game, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's not old.
It's still young. So people still playing it? Oh, really?
I play with all these people.
See, the problem is with these games. The problem with these games. How many people you kill?
It influences the youth mind.
And that's why you got lost. Get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. And other zombies, I don't know. You see that? How many people you kill from zombies and all that, right? My point is, when you get used to kill people, and people get surprised why a young sophomore or junior in high school, college, whatever it is, goes to school with, they're going to start doing archery because it's like a game for them. The problem is, what when you kill in real life, they don't come back and they fight you again. The game is a game. You can kill these people are going to come back again and then they're going to fight you again. Right? So, number two, if you can, I know you all have Netflix. Don't say astaghfirullah.
I know. Astaghfirullah.
You don't have it? That's fine. Look, if you have a T-Mobile, you will get it for free. Well, my point is, there's a documentary called Social Dilemma. I want you guys to watch it.
It wasn't that.
I want you saw it? 2 hours, right?
On Netflix.
It's not actually. It wasn't as good.
You saw it?
It wasn't as good.
What do you think?
These nerds.
Huh? Wait. What do you think of the social dilemma? Deep meaning what?
It's like,
Are you okay? Let me ask you this. Are you still?
bro.
Are you still on social media?
I don't
After you saw that?
No,
You're on social media?
Yeah. When I saw that, I didn't have my phone yet, and I do now because I go to high school, but I don't have any social media at all. I'll have Instagram, I'll TikTok.
I'm telling you, look, these people are spying on everybody, not only Muslims. They're spying on everybody. They know what you eat, they know what you drink, they know what you go, they can tell you what clothes you wear, and they can influence you to buy things, and what to buy, and where to buy it from, and who to be friend with, and whom not to be friend with. They can influence your life, your brain, your mind. So if you don't believe me or not, it's up to you, but I'm telling you something from my experience with other, young kids, yes.
Is they score social media?
Is what it's called,
Like,
what?
like chat. It's like chatting apps.
Look, anything you post on the social media, anything you post, someone is reading it. Someone is evaluating it. You. Someone is. Okay. Someone is evaluating you. Someone is thinking, what this guy think? How can we switch their mind and let them think the other way around? They know what's your background. They know everything about you. Because you post things, you know that they quote a couple of people, they go and rob homes through what? Through Facebook. You know why? Because the kids post, oh, we are going this weekend out of town. So they go on, they rob that house because they know the house is empty. Although they say, oh, it has alarm system. You know what? It takes about one minute to 2 minutes to grab a lot of things from the house. Alright? And they're smart. They know what they are doing now. Alright? Yes.
My cousins have social media.
Can we have one?
And like almost all the time, everywhere they go, like that's like special or something, they keep posting on social media. Like today we're going to the pool, today we're going to the park, today we're going to.
No, you know that when you went to the room and said, oh, look at my face. Who wants to see your face? 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So be really careful what you post on Facebook. I'm not going to talk about TikTok.
Oh my God, TikTok. I don't have TikTok. TikTok is great.
And even if you don't have it, you will get an ad. And if you don't get an ad, a friend of you is going to say, oh, look at this. Did you see this one on TikTok? The minute you get into TikTok, they're going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're going to end up with 2 hours watching. With nothing. Equal to zero. There's no value, and there's a lot of lies in it. Lies after lies after lies. Why? Because they want attention. And people, oh my God, this guy have 45 million. Remember the guy who just act like from Africa? I think he's from Africa. He goes like, he act like he said, he does like that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Look, it's a waste. Look, again, he will talk about that, and he has like 45 million followers. For what?
For doing this.
What did you? What? Yeah, exactly. What did we learn? What do you think I have added a value? Ya Ikhwana, brothers here, listen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us something, the Prophet taught us something that every day in your life, and actually if you Google somebody called, James Maxwell, Google this guy name and listen to him. His name is James Maxwell. He is the guru of motivational speaking. I mean, I learned a lot of things from him. He is the guru of, the motivational speaking, right? They ask him, they say, what is the one thing you do? Again, he's not a Muslim. He's not a Muslim, okay? This guy used to be a preacher. Now he is a millionaire because he gave motivational speaking. He did to Oprah, to Dr. Phil, all these famous people. He goes and he talks to them. They invited him one time in Ericsson. I used to work with Ericsson. Ford, they invited him. So many companies they invite him. This guy is a genius. They asked him one time, they said, what is the one thing that you do every day? What is the one thing you do every day? If I ask you, what is the one thing that you do every day? Besides the prayers, something that outside or your like normal thing. You know what he said? He said, listen to this. I add value to humanity.
What?
I add value to humanity. So every day I add a value. One of the scholars, Muslim scholars, he said, if you don't add something to this life, then you are an extra on this life. Then you are worthless. If you don't add something to this life, you have to add something to somebody. You have to enhance somebody's life. You have to do something that good, that benefit the community, benefit the people, not only yourself. The Prophet ﷺ never lived for himself one day. He lived for the community. And I know, again, we have schools, one we're going to be in college, we're going to be working, I understand that. But my point is, at the end of the day, you think, how am I going to be a better person so I can better the community, better the society, rather than just, being me, I, and myself. You think about yourself only, think about the people who are around you, and how can you make a difference? How can you make a difference? How can you make a difference to your neighbors? Make da'wah to the people around you. Donate something for sponsor an orphan. For example, I was in a college town, and everybody in that circle, they said, you know what? We want to sponsor an orphan. To sponsor an orphan, by the way, it's about $30 a month or $60 a month. So they were about 20 of them. So imagine how much is that? $3. Okay, right here. Listen. Right here, yes.
I was watching your football yesterday, and you said that Allah loves people who benefit others.
Okay, of course. The Prophet ﷺ was asked, he said, who is the most beloved of Allah? He is the one who is beneficial to you. So he said that, okay? So it's important for us, again, going back to the media stuff and all that, I think it's almost, okay. It's almost like that. Okay. I think, what else that you guys wrote? You wrote masjid, you wrote jama'ah, okay. And you wrote, I think, sports, okay, 4 out of sports. You guys need to be more involved in sports. Okay? Now you're young, now you can jump, you can run, and do a lot of things. Believe me, when you get 60, not much really you can do. You can just sit around, enjoy the weather. Or maybe you can do a walk, right? So now you can start from now. And find yourself a sport that you like, okay, and practice it. Okay. Finally, I'm going to tell you this. Okay. Can I have the pens back, please? Just grab this and put them back in here. Just pass it around. Just put them back here. And give me and pass the papers, please.
Counterclockwise.
I need all the papers back. Come here. Let's be in the circle here. Stay in the circle. Pass the papers, please, from me. Get the papers. All the papers, please. Ya Allah. Circle. You went in the circle, right? What in the circle? What did you do? Why? You could have asked me. I'm gonna get rid of these papers, by the way. I'm not gonna keep them, just to let you know. So I don't want anybody to have those. Yes. Please, I have all these papers. I don't want anybody to. Yeah. Finally, I'm gonna tell you this. I told this to my dad one time, and he was very upset with me. So don't tell that to your dad, okay? I told him, look, I told him one day, I don't know, we were like arguing about something, and I said, look, I need you in this life. No, how should I say that? I said, I need you when you're alive. You need me when you're dead. And he said, what? I said, you know, I need you, I need your blessings when you're alive. But you need my dua when you're dead. And he was very upset with me. But then, of course, later, we knew that. It was good. But isn't that true? Let me explain that. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, he said, إِذَا مَاتَ ابْنُ آدَمَ, when the child of Adam dies, meaning everybody dies, انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث. Their deeds will be closed. The book that they did in this life, Allah will close it for you. Except from 3 sources. Now this is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah will have that mercy when we are dead in the grave. Allah will keep sending these 3 things to our grave. Like 3 pipes of mercy are connected to our graves. Okay? Number 1, he said, a continuous charity. Meaning, you help in building a masjid, you help building a school, you help someone who is in need, you help those on orphan, you pay something, you spend your time doing something good. Maybe not money, your time, your efforts, okay? These are all a continuous charity. Every time someone prays here, you will get a reward, even if you put $1. And I always tell people, I said, look, every Friday you come, put at least $1 in the box of donation for the operation, especially the operation, right? Why? Because there's somebody who's cleaning the masjid, someone is taking care of the electricity, someone is taking care of the water, right? So continuous charity. Think about, how can I do something that I can have the continuous charity in my life and when I die? And don't say, look, my dad is doing it. Okay? And if you were like younger than I was 13 or 14, the guy with the headless guy. Okay, so I would say, I'm thinking that all of you are more than 14, right? More than 14. So you're all, I would consider you as men. In my book, you are men. You're not, look, I don't like the word youth. Youth mean like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking, he's still young. No. Look, Ali radiallahu anhu, Zubayr ibn al-Awwam actually, he held the sword when he was 14. Sa'd Waqqas, he held the sword when he was 16. Okay? Right. Okay? Those who killed Abu Jahl, they were like 12 and 13. Right? They were in the Battle of Badr, 12 and 13. So I consider you as young men, not youth. I don't like the word youth. Okay, young men. Okay. Now, if you think that we all gonna live forever, think again. Meaning that we might die before our parents. If you think so, anybody can guarantee their life? No one can guarantee their life. That's why I tell people, I said, look, the minute you reach the level of puberty, you are a young man or a young woman, you need to start acting like a man or like a woman. And always think about, what am I going to do for the akhirah? Yes?
Just we have a tradition every Saturday.
Yeah.
After the halaqah, one of them give like a small khatira after.
Fair.
So one of them.
خلاص.
So, no,
I don't know what. Yeah,
you choose one of them. You're going to give the khatira today. About what will it?
So
just
when we finish or after Isha?
After Isha.
After Isha.
After Isha.
I'm going to choose one.
Yeah, 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
choose
right.
one of them.
I have my eye on somebody.
Yeah.
Abdullah Ma'in.
The one with the beautiful smile all the time.
I think he should do it. He's laughing.
Okay. So what I said is.
Oh yes, Abdullah Ma'in. Yes, that's good. You're good. You're good. Yeah.
Don't say, my father. Okay. Are we done? My father is giving to the masjid. My father is paying for the orphans. My father is building a school. My father, my mom, my father. Think about yourself. And you say, what did I do? One of the scholars said, he used to ask himself every night. He said, what if I die tonight? What things I can present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, Ya Allah, I want to go to Jannah because I have done the following. 1, 2, alaykum salam. The following. Now, at night, tonight, before you go to sleep, just bring a piece of paper between you and yourself and write down the good things that you have done that you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will enter you to Jannah. Go to heaven. Whatever you want to call it. To Jannah. Okay? Think. Don't depend on your family, maybe in your father and your mother about this issue. Always think, how am I going to get to Jannah if I die tonight? Because no one can guarantee anything for anybody in this life. Okay? We had one time we had a janazah, a 6-year-old boy and a 75-year-old man. And when we came to the graves and we said, which one we have to bury first? So the Imam said, let's bury first the old man, out of respect. And then we bury the young one. Doesn't get more ironic than this, to have 2 janazah for someone who's 6 years old and one who's 70, 75 years old. Because that's how life is. We come to this life in order. But when we leave what? Randomly. No one can guarantee anything to anybody. Right? So number 1 is continuous charity. Number 2, knowledge that people can benefit from. For example, you said you like writing, right? Write something. Like people like, I would like to write something about whatever that I can benefit people. That's why I said create a blog. That's what all the writers do, by the way. They have blogs. Write every day something, right? And put it in the blog. Let people read it. You have no idea, how people get guided. Let me give you a story. I was in New York, and if the Imam didn't tell me this story, I wouldn't believe it. Right? He said, a lady wanted to meet her boyfriend, not a Muslim, in the library. So he told her, okay, we can wait for me at this library in this area, I'll come and see you. So she came and she sat at the table, and she was waiting for him. There was an English Quran on the table, open. And she looked and she said, what is this book? And she started reading it. And guess what? It was open on Surah Maryam. She started reading it. She said, what is this? What is this book? She looked in the front, and it says Quran. And then she looked inside, and that's good. If you give a Quran to somebody, always write your phone number or the message's phone number. So she looked at the number, she called the number. And she said, excuse me, I want to talk to whoever this Quran belonged to. And he said, what's wrong? He said, well, she told him, you know, I'm reading in this Quran about Maryam and Mary, and what is this Quran? What is it about? He said, well, what do you want to come over so we can explain to you, if you would like to? She said, yeah, okay. He gave her the address. She came and talked to the Imam. And he started hearing, this is about Quran. We're Muslims, we believe it. We believe in Isa, we believe in Maryam. She never heard of this. Sometimes we assume that, oh, they know about Islam. No, they don't know about Islam. And because it's our fault. We don't open our mouth, as Sheikh Ahmed al-Bad used to say. He said, you need just to open your mouth. Just open your mouth. And guess what? People will become Muslims, inshallah. You know? And she said, can I borrow this? He said, oh, you can have it. She said, okay. She took it. After 2 weeks, maybe a month or so, she came back to the masjid and she said, Imam, I want to be like you. So she doesn't know what the meaning of I want to be a Muslim. She said, I want to be like you. He said, what do you mean? She said, I want to be like you, like everybody here. She said, oh, you want to be a Muslim? She said, yeah. And then she get the Shahada and she named herself Maryam. Now, who wrote that Quran in English and opened it and put it on the table? See? Knowledge. 1 ayah, 2 ayahs that lady read and she became a Muslim. Now imagine the Prophet ﷺ said, بأن يهدي الله بك رجلا. If Allah guide a man or a woman because of you, that's better than whatever the sun covers in this universe. Can anyone count how much the sun covers in this universe? The third point is, which is the most important point, he said, وَوَلَدٌ صَالِحٌ يَدْعُو لَهُ, or a righteous child that will, pray for you. And as I told you, when my father was alive, I always tried to make him happy. I always want to make them that they are actually, being satisfied with me and pray for me. I always talk to Mama. I said, Mama, did you pray for me? She said, every day when I make the salah, I pray. Ask your dad, ask your mom, did you pray for me today? Because sometimes parents forget, But when they die, they need somebody to pray for them. Somebody will say, may Allah have mercy on them. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. Make dua to your parents. Learn this dua. Because your parents, Allahu A'lam, how long they're going to live, how long my parents live. My father lived to be 80. My mom lived to be like, I don't know, 70 something. But you know what? How long they're going to live? Allahu A'lam, nobody knows, right? So we need to make sure to learn these ayat, these ahadith, the dua for our parents. To make sure that, when they die one day, you make dua for them. Even, by the way, when they're alive. My father used to tell me, every time when you are in your sujood, you say, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. Ask Imam Ramadan to teach you this ayah. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. Meaning that, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ. Allah, forgive me and my parents. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا. Ya Allah, be merciful with them as they have raised me to be what I am today. Okay? Any questions, any comments, anything you want to say before we break, before we finish? Anything? Nobody? You, Crystal? طيب. Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallah fikum. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to be benefit to others, inshallah. I hope you learned something tonight. Jazakumullah khair. Take it home and inshallah you can apply it in your life and benefit others with it. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.